they're 20 years old now, some of these young men, and there was like 11, 12 years old when I chinned Groves at Wembley in front of 80,000 fans. It's a long time ago, mate. And you're still talking about it. And I keep reminding people on national television, just in case they didn't know.
Welcome to Unbiased News, the only place where we call it like we see it. No filters, no brown nosing, and definitely no Carl Froch revisionist history documentaries. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most, let's say, passionately self-promoting figures in British boxing, Carl the Cobra Froch. Or as he prefers to be introduced, the guy who fought in front of 80,000 people at Wembley, in case you forgot, because I'll remind you in 5 seconds if you did. Let's just set the record straight. Carl was a solid, gritty, iron-chinned warrior who gave fans some exciting fights. But when it comes to self-evaluation, my man thinks is Zeus with gloves. You ask Froch a question about the current heavyweight scene, and somehow, it circles right back to I beat George Groves in front of 80,000 fans at Wembley. It's like watching a man trying to win a pub quiz with one answer. Groves was a good fighter, don't get me wrong. But Carl has turned that rivalry into a mythical war tale. If you let him tell it, you'd think he single-handedly ended World War III with an uppercut. Carl talks about beating Groves like it rewrote the laws of physics. Meanwhile, the rest of us remember it as controversial first fight, highlight reel KO in the second, and then that should have been the end of it. But not for Carl. Oh no! He turned I beat Groves into a lifestyle brand. And can we talk about the Joe Calzaghe saga? Froch's obsession with Joe is reaching stalker fanfiction levels. Calzaghe retired undefeated, gave Mikkel Kessler a boxing masterclass, beat legends, and left the game without ever looking back. Meanwhile, Carl is still standing outside Joe's metaphorical house yelling "Fight me" into the wind like a rejected Love Island contestant. Joe doesn't even respond. He's probably too busy sipping wine and dusting off his Ring magazine belts, while Carl sits on Sky Sports panels mumbling, "I would have smashed him." Let's not forget, Carl did get his shot at greatness. He stepped into the ring with Andre Ward, one of the most technically brilliant fighters of his generation, and got treated to a 12-round tutorial in how to get outclassed. That wasn't a fight. It was a PhD thesis in footwork and fundamentals. Carl blamed travel fatigue. Yes, of course, it wasn't Ward's skill that beat you. It was Heathrow Airport. Got it. And now Carl's new full-time job is taking jabs at Anthony Joshua. And when I say jabs, I mean endless, relentless, bizarre obsession. You'd think AJ ran over his dog. Froch critiques AJ like it's a personal vendetta. Olympic gold medal? Doesn't mean much. Two-time unified world champion? Got lucky. Breathes differently? Back in my day, we breathed like warriors. Honestly, AJ could rescue a kitten from a burning building and Carl would be on TalkSport the next morning saying, "Yeah, but did you see how slow his footwork was?" What's weird is that Carl should like Joshua. They both came up through the British system. They both fought tough opposition. But Carl can't help himself. He sees any attention going to the new generation and just starts malfunctioning like a robot exposed to emotions. Respect? For someone else? Not while I still have a microphone. Now let's address the elephant in the Hall of Fame. That is, yes, Carl is in it, which raises the eternal question, who did he sweet-talk to get the invite? Because when most fans think Hall of Fame, they think of guys who defined their era, not someone who just yelled the loudest about a fight from a decade ago. Carl had a good run, no doubt. Tough as nails, never ducked a fight, all respect. But legendary? Let's slow that hype train down before it derails into delusion. The truth is, Carl Froch is more famous now for what he says than what he did. He's become boxing's resident grudge holder, the guy at the family reunion who corners you for 20 minutes to tell the same story he told you last year, but now with even more dramatic pauses. He's stuck in an era that no one's trying to live in anymore, shouting at clouds and calling it punditry. So here's a message from Unbiased News to Carl Forever Wembley Froch. It's okay to be proud of your career. You were a warrior, but maybe, just maybe, try showing a little more love to the next generation. Not everyone is trying to erase your legacy. They're just trying to build their own. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment, unless you're Carl Froch, in which case just go ahead and tell us again about the 80,000 fans. We're dying to hear it. Again, until next time, stay humble, stay honest, and please, for the love of boxing history, let the Groves fight rest.